What's up, mighty and powerful people? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about Coreum versus existing blockchains. And then we are going to go down a rabbit hole. So enjoy the rabbit hole. So right here, they are actually comparing themselves to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, XRP Ledger, and then they show their stats. So the ones that are interoperable are Binance Smart Chain and Polkadot. They're actually saying that the XRP Ledger isn't interoperable. And that actually makes sense because the XRP Ledger is interoperable, but with the old financial systems, which is a key distinction in why XRP is valuable, in the sense that it's able to move all the money and be that internet of value that Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz talk about. And then so with Coreum being interoperable with all of the other networks, they're able to have the interoperability of the future, right, with the networks, including XRP and the XRP Ledger, which is interesting because XRP Ledger will be interoperable with Coreum, Bitcoin will be interoperable with Coreum, Ethereum will be interoperable with Coreum. So they'll be interoperable, but those won't be interoperable with each other, which is powerful. It's big, and we're gonna get into that right here because of this right here, the bonded proof of stake. So as you can see, everything else is pretty much aligned with XRP except for the consensus mechanism, and then it's just as better. It is improved in terms of speed, so it's faster. The energy consumption is even lower, and then they have smart contracts in DeFi, and they have a native DEX just like XRP Ledger and Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum. So this is a key feature that we're going to get back to, and it looks like they also have distributed cloud computing and storage, so maybe it's something like Filecoin. I wonder if Sologenics NFTs are actually being stored on here, because if you look at the Sologenic NFTs, they have a different storage. And so if they're already being stored on... Nah, there's no way. That's a test net. It's going to be a test net. All right, so disregard what I just said right there. This right here is where we're about to go down the rabbit hole. Bonded proof of stake. So in looking at these bonded proof of stakes, I actually went to the Coreum's Medium to see what they said about proof of stake, and this is literally the only time they used proof in this, and it's for the governance. Coreum's proof of stake consensus mechanism allows for an on-chain governance ecosystem that enables stakeholders to vote on various decisions to upgrade and improve the chain over time. The Coreum community can decide on protocol changes and vote on new proposals to the chain, as some blockchains, like Ethereum, do not offer any sort of on-chain governance features. Coreum engages the community to participate in key decisions. A range of different proposals can be submitted through an on-chain governance and be put up for voting. The list is including, but is not limited to, the deflation rate of the network, slashing, staking, delegating, number of validators, block times, grants, and airdrops. And then it talks about how you got to go to propose change on the Coreum blockchain, which is you submit the proposal, then you vote, and then there's an inheritance penalty where delegators inherit, their validators vote if they don't vote themselves. So if you're delegating to a validator and you don't vote, then the validator's vote is leveraged by your delegating unvote. Your unvoted delegation? I don't know if I said that right. And then also for claiming deposits. So users that deposited on proposals can recover their deposits if the proposal was accepted or if the proposal never entered the voting period. Now, I think that's pretty interesting that this is, like, when Coreum says that this is the community's network, this is why they are saying that. They're not just saying it just to say it. They are building the proof of stake consensus mechanism that allows for that. So every action that is taken to enhance the network is voted on. So it is up to us to vote. And if we don't vote, then if we are delegating to a validator, then the validator will have to vote on your behalf. And that is why it is important to pick a delegator or a validator who is following the news, who knows what's going on with the network. They might not be a developer, but they understand, they have that mind frame of the best interest at heart. And if I become a validator, I will do that. So if you delegated to me as a validator, or to us, I shouldn't say it me, but like to, forOmni or whatever it becomes, then we would be voting on your behalf if you were not to vote. And then also too, we would let you know through this channel. So that's why it's good to subscribe and like where we're going with this, because we're following it. And we have your guys' best interest at heart as investors of Coreum Network, Sologenic, all of that. All right, so let's move on to the different types of proof of stakes. I'm just going to run through the different types of proof of stakes real quick, and then we're going to go into the bonded and the LPOS, because that one actually leads to the bonded. So we got the delegated proof of stake. This is Tron, BitShares, EOS, their scalable platform. Actually, this doesn't really matter. I'll have a link below if you want to learn about all these other proof of stakes. So then you have delegated proof of contribution, and then we have liquid proof of stake, and then we have bonded proof of stake. And then there's also nominated proof of stake and hybrid proof of stake, pure proof of stake, leased proof of stake, and then other hybrid proof of stakes. But the one that I am interested in, and we are interested in with Coreum specifically, is bonded proof of stake. So bonded proof of stake is very similar to LPOS. So what is LPOS? Liquid proof of stake. Delegation is optional. Token holders can delegate validation rights to other token holders without custody, meaning that the tokens remain in the delegator's wallet. Additionally, only the validator is penalized in case of security. Fault. Sorry, I got a notification. Additionally, only the validator is penalized in case of security fault. Double endorsing or double baking. Liquidity or liquid proof of stake also offers voting rights, except that as a token holder, if you operate your own baker, you get to vote directly in the protocol amendments and not only in who secures the network like a Dpos. Liquid proof of stake was introduced by Tezos. So Tezos is a good network to look at in terms of a model for liquid proof of stake. It has an on-chain governance protocol created by Kathleen and Arthur Bretman, which has been running smoothly in mainnet since September 2018. All right, so this liquid proof of stake is like Tezos, okay? Now, we get to bonded proof of stake, and bonded proof of stake, delegation is optional. You don't have to delegate, but if you do delegate, you earn rewards because the validators and everybody, they're working to secure the network. It's non-custodial, meaning you own your keys, and token holders benefit from voting rights in protocol amendments. So we're able to guide and direct the community. Although there is a reason why it is called Bpos, in case of safety or liveliness fault, a portion of the validators and delegators' stake will be slashed. In LPOS, only the validator is at risk of slashing, while the delegator's only risk is to miss on some rewards slash interest in case its validator is dishonest or not efficient. That's why it is important to know who you're validating with and to keep up with it. So this bonded proof of stake mechanism has the advantage of providing a clear solution to the issue of staking ratios, similar to capital requirements that some validators on LPOS protocols have to maintain if they do not want to become over-delegated and disappoint some of their delegators. While it solves this issue, it also means that delegators need to conduct extra due diligence before delegating and remain active in verifying the performance of their validator, which is what we just said. Bpos was first introduced by projects such as Cosmos. Now, if you've been around the cryptoverse and Twitter, Facebook, wherever, Reddit, I'm sure you have seen people say that Cosmos is the future. And that is actually starting to make sense. So let's look at Cosmos. Because there is definitely a difference between Cosmos and Coreum, and I kind of wish Coreum had Cosmos right here. It would be nice for them to have it right here because, when people are looking at these networks, when investors are looking at these networks, they can look and see, okay, Cosmos also has Bpos, right? Also has Bpos, but they don't have other things. Or maybe they do, but we don't see that. So you have to really go down this rabbit hole to see it. All right, so Cosmos is the internet of blockchains, and it's bonded proof of stake. And if you look at it, if you look at both websites, actually, they look pretty similar. Just right here, except Coreum says interoperable, scalable, and fast. Cosmos says the internet of blockchains, but then let me move these over. But then you got, they kind of look like the coins, the networks are gravitating around each other, just like Cosmos. Although, yeah, literally, just like Cosmos. Look, here's the lines. So, Cosmos is an ever-expanding ecosystem of interconnected apps and services built for a decentralized future. I'm taking it they're also Web 3.0, but we'll see. So, community-owned and operated into a new universe of connected services. They have 263 plus apps and services and growing. This is a big network. The heart of the interchain. So they have a marketplace, a security provider, custodian, and router. And then it's secured by the Atom token. So just like Coreum is secured by Core, Atom is securing Cosmos. And in that, there's a decentralized exchange where you can swap tokens and collectibles. It's actually coming soon. And interchain accounts, one secure account for all your digital assets. This kind of sounds like a Xumm wallet, except you're able to store Bitcoin and all, Songbird probably, Flare, Core. But that's also coming soon. And they have liquidity pools, provide liquidity, earn rewards, coming soon. Wrapped Ethereum and Bitcoin. What I don't understand is how they're coming soon. How do you have 263 apps and these powerful features are coming soon? We're going to have to maybe look into that. Who knows? But they got Tendermint Core right here. The most trusted way to build value. 99% proof of stake. Low fees. Almost 0.01 cent. Which that, if it's 1 cent, that could kind of be a lot. That's it'd be nice to see that would be less than a penny. I think with Coreum it is less than a penny, so that's good. What will you build? So they're definitely bringing the community here to build. But what I don't see, so this is a model of bonded proof of stake, right? Now let's look at Coreum, because Coreum is also Cosmos might be like a second generation. I'm not entirely sure what generation they're considering this network, but Coreum seems like it could do way more, and right out the gate, like already built in, and it's gonna be a race to the finish line, I guess, maybe. But also, Coreum is right around the XRP ledger ecosystem. And I'm not entirely sure what Cosmos does for XRP, but I know Coreum is going to do something for XRP a lot. All right, I'm scrolling around here. Let me stop that. So you got the staking, low transaction volume, the outcome, which they have it built in a way where it's cheaper with heavier loads, which is what is needed. I remember them saying that. It's built on WASM, cross-chain interoperability, and then here is what Coreum has to offer that I did not see on Cosmos, and that is the built-in modules. They have non-custodial bridge functionality. Coreum has built-in featured decentralized exchange module with synthetic order book functionality. This right here is what greatly sets apart Coreum from Cosmos. And essentially where I am going with this is that Sologenic is going to migrate over to Coreum. You're going to have Sologenic on XRP and Sologenic on Coreum. And the Sologenic DEX, I mean, you can see it. You can see the DEX. The Sologenic DEX is... it's beautiful. It's got the tools that you would need to trade, to do some TA, to decide whether or not you're going to invest, or if you're going to buy, or if you're going to sell, or whatever, right? You got you got the order books, you got the exchange history, you got all this. I don't even know where that would be on Cosmos. Maybe I'll do some videos on that later, but as far as I know, Cosmos doesn't have that. And because Sologenic, this is the founding team of Sologenic, guys and ladies. So Sologenic built that. We know they built that. We know that they have that track record that they are able to build a decentralized exchange module with synthetic order book functionality. Huge, especially when we go further down into this. So you're able to whitelist, you're able to do token burning and token freezing, and you're able to, as you issue the tokens. So you got the tokenized securities with Sologenic. Then they're going to have the liquidity providers and market makers. So similar to like Uniswap maybe, or where you're able to swap and provide liquidity. For XRP, it would be more, I guess, think Songbird, think Flare Finance. That is what Flare liquidity providers are doing. And then you have the stablecoin ecosystems, which we already know XRP is bringing out some stablecoins and making that happen, which further shows that Coreum will be able to do that with the core pairs. You're going to have a lending platform, kind of like Aave or BlockFi and Nexo. This is where you're going to get your card. Your solo card is going to come through here. Yep, your solo card will come through here probably. And also the liquidity providers and market makers. And then you got Swift. So just like XRP is replacing Swift, so is Core. They're working on maybe not replacing Swift, but helping Swift come into the future as well, with that interoperability of XRP with the old system and the interoperability of Coreum with the new systems. Web3, WASM. Wrapped cryptocurrencies, so Binance, Ethereum, I'm sure they'll wrap Bitcoin, maybe even some Doge, Litecoin. Like, why not? I see that happening. If it's happening on Flare Finance, it's only a matter of time before it happens here. Metaverse applications, because they're able to have high throughput and heavy outload. So metaverse applications are a for sure possibility here, as well as the gaming play to earn apps, and then all the decentralized exchanges. Sologenic DEX, there it is again, Uniswap, and then you got the NFT marketplace, Sologenic, OpenSea. So this is all going to be built in, and then we're right back here, and it's bonded proof of stake, so it's going to be guided by the community's votes. So you're going to have to find a trusted validator who you can delegate your assets to, and they could vote on your behalf. That is going to be important. You are going to have to do your due diligence for that. I will try to help when I can or where I can, because we need to figure out who these are. We don't even know who's talking about being a validator at all. I mean, I would be interested in doing it, but you need to have. Well, I'll make another video on how much you have to have in order to start a validator, because maybe one of you have enough to start a validator and people can validate to you. Here's the validators for what's this? Transaction fees, validator rewards, and token burn mechanism. So they got a token burn mechanism, but there's a 20% rewards pool, 20% for burning, and then 60% for validators, which will get dispersed into the delegators, I'm pretty sure. And that is that. I hope you all have a mighty and powerful day. Talk to you later.